Hello YouTube and welcome to a very special DVD and Blu-ray update. It's all Paul Naschy stuff, so for this video I'll be showing off my Paul Naschy DVD and Blu-ray collection. So first, I'll start with what I have on Blu-ray. It's a double dip because Code Red had put out The People Who Own the Dark on DVD. And as you can see, post-apocalyptic collection. Now there's nothing between you and the people who own the dark. And you can see a tombstone right there. I don't know if you can read all the actors. Let me see if I can get my fingers out of the way. Now let me see if I can adjust the thingamabob, or get this in better focus. There we go. Rhea Pershing, Terry Kemper, Tom Wayland, Nita Block. It says Paul Naschy, but that's got to be a misprint because I know there's Paul Naschy, and Missy Todisco, Albert Menon. In this DVD edition, it's got a brand new telecin from an abused, scratched, and beat up 35mm print that went vinegar, an old transfer from a 1-inch Sun videotape found in Jim Markovitz's shack, the original theatrical trailer, as well as Code Red trailer, and anamorphic widescreen 1.78 by 1, color 78 minutes, and full frame 1.33 by 1, color 82 minutes. Rated R. And then Code Red, of course, put it out on Blu-ray, but for the Blu-ray, it has a brand new HD telecin from a 35mm print in the original theatrical trailer. And Paul Naschy does not play a very nice guy in this one. He's a lot nicer of a guy in the Spanish werewolf movies, but this one, that's kind of like Night of the Living Dead, except it replaces the zombies with a bunch of blind people getting revenge against the seeing people for shooting at them, or for shooting at some of them. Yeah, this is post-apocalyptic, so some people at an orgy on New Year's were safe from this radioactive stuff that happened outside, but it turned all the survivors outdoors into blind people. And then somebody stupid enough to, one of the seeing people stupid enough to go shooting at the blind people, so the blind people find their way back to the house where these seeing people are and start killing them, like in Night Living Dead. Well, Night Living Dead, it had them eating, the zombies eating people, but now it's just blind people. And I've watched this, and quality's okay, but quality is supposed to be a little bit better. This one, since it's a better 35mm print. And then I've got a bunch of different versions of Count Dracula's Great Love. Yeah, Vinegar Syndrome did a DVD Blu-ray combo. This one should look excellent. This has got a bunch of extras scanned and restored in 2K from 35mm inner negative, commentary track from director Javier Aguirre and lead actor Paul Naschy, new video interview with actress Marcia Miller, includes both the English dub and original Spanish language soundtrack, international theatrical trailer, 8-page booklet by Myrick Lipinski, in English and Spanish subtitles, and reversible cover artwork. And this is the original artwork. And then Code Red had done an exploitation DVD double feature of it as Cemetery Girls with vampire hookers, which is a bit of a Filipino horror comedy, but it's got John Carradine in it, so it's got some English-speaking people in it. And I believe that this one has at least the trailer for the Count Dracula's Great Love on there. And then when Shout Factory had done an Elvira's Movie Macabre DVD line, they released the Elvira version of Count Dracula's Great Love. And I think that that is Myrta Miller right there on there. Well, you see Elvira, then you see, I guess, a girl vampire. I think that's Myrta Miller. And it's paired with the episode that features Frankenstein's Castle Freaks. Okay, well, both the Code Red DVD and the Vinegar Syndrome DVD Blu-ray combo pack are in anamorphic widescreen. I'm pretty sure this one is in a cropped full frame, but it's the uncensored R-rated cut. And then Alpha Video Distributors did their own budget label version of Count Dracula's Great Love, and again, this is just the cropped full frame version. They paired it with the cropped full frame version of another drive-in flick that was on Elvira's Movie Macabre, Man Eater of Hydra. And I've looked at these, and the quality isn't that great, but it's the uncensored cut of Count Dracula's Great Love with the nudity. And then Films Around the World did their own DVD edition of Count Dracula's Great Love, starring Paul Naschy, but this looks pretty good, but it's window boxed. It's a window box letterbox format. And if you want to know what a window box letterbox looks like, it's basically, it looks like it's a widescreen movie with the black bars on the top and bottom, but it's got like the black bars almost all the way around the picture to where the picture is square. So you have to like zoom in on your flat screen TV. And I think that helps some, but I don't know if it really helps that much. But the picture quality on this is excellent. This has the trailer. I've looked at this one. And picture quality on this is very nice, but the audio is a little bit messed up because this was just a reissue of the BCI DVD edition where the lab people made a boo-boo on the audio. This isn't one of my favorite Paul Naschy films. I'm just showing it off because I'm doing a Paul Naschy collection video. It's not one of my favorite Paul Naschy movies, nor is this one, but since it's kind of like Night of the Living Dead, it's one I had to see own. And then another one Code Red put out, but they only put it out on DVD. Dr. Jekyll vs. the Werewolf, starring Paul Naschy in it. Code Red put it out as a DVD double feature with the non-Paul Naschy Spanish horror film, The Vampire's Night Orgy. And from what I understand, these are both the R-rated cuts with the nudity in them. the public domain copies of Vampire's Night Orgy, which is non-Paul Naschy, but it's Spanish horror. Has a little bit of nudity in it, but this is the full-blown version with all the uncensored nudity. I haven't really taken a look at this to see if there's any trailer. Well, I think there's a trailer for Vampire's Night Orgy, but I don't know if there's any trailer for the werewolf, Dr. Jekyll versus the werewolf, but that I gotta see. And then Dr. Jekyll versus the werewolf had been out as a public domain title on a couple budget label DVDs, and one of them was one of those dollar store or Walgreens dollar labels, but I never got that one. But Mill Creek put out a 50 movie pack, which has a few Paul Naschy movies on it. It's got The Devil Possessed, which I think that one is uncensored on here. But Dr. Jekyll versus the Werewolf, the version on this 50 pack is a really cut up version, which has no opening credit sequences. It's sort of window boxed, letterboxed, and the version on here, it's got violence in it, but no nudity. And then it also, Horror Rises from the Tomb is on here, but it's a censored TV cut. But it's got violence in it. It's got PG rated violence. And then another Mill Creek 50 pack I own that's got a little bit of Paul Naschy on here has The Fury of the Wolfman, which is censored version, but I think it's like 90 minutes long. And then the PG rated cut of Werewolf versus the Vampire Woman's in this set. And then I've got a single DVD edition of Paul Naschy in The Fury of the Wolfman, which is also called The Wolfman Never Sleeps and La Furia del Hombre Lobo. It's listed as being 90 minutes and contains violence, so I'm assuming this is just a PG rated cut without the nudity. And then one more Mill Creek one. Vampire Collection 20 movie pack also contains The Werewolf versus the Vampire Women. A werewolf is brought back to life and heads off to the countryside in search of a safe haven and also prey. 1971, color R-rated, but I've watched this and it's a censored PG cut without the nudity. And then TGG Direct, the Gar Group Direct, formerly known as Diamond Entertainment, also did their own budget label DVD of The Werewolf versus the Vampire Woman that they released, I believe, in a 5-movie pack of vampire movies, but they also put out their own 50 movie pack. 50 sort of gray market and public domain titles. And yeah, it's got The Werewolf versus the Vampire Woman. It's the only Paul Naschy movie in this set. There's no Fury of the Wolfman, but you get, and even though the show, it was the Lon Chaney Wolf or Phantom on the cover, and you see Nosferatu, those two movies aren't in this set, but you do get the Christopher Lee Count Dracula and His Vampire Brides as one of the 50 movies in this budget set. See, there is Christopher Lee. I guess that's an octopus leg. Don't ask me why. I guess they just put that there to make this a little bit more scary. And then Sinister Cinema did a couple of DVD-Rs of Assignment Terror, which is also called Dracula vs. Frankenstein. And that is German for Dracula vs. Frankenstein. But on the side, it says Assignment Terror. And the quality on this is decent for a full frame, but it's broken up into two parts, so the second part quality is a little bit messed up. So I did get another one that Sinister Cinema did, a drive-in double feature, which has La Vampira Nuda, the nude vampire, plus Dracula vs. Frankenstein, which is Assignment Terror. It's Assignment Terror, aka Dracula vs. Frankenstein's full frame. This is full frame, but the second part's even more of a stretched full frame on this disc. So the quality is a little bit better of a full frame on this one. And then, even though I don't have an All Regions Blu-ray player, a while back I started buying a few UK and Australian DVDs, which were PAL formatted, and some of them, even though they said Region 0 or All Regions, weren't. I could play on my computer, but on my old Blu-ray player, they were coming up as region locked, so I bought a All Regions DVD player and put it in my bedroom and hooked it up to a TV in there. But since it's an All Regions player, I started buying some All Regions DVDs, and one I just had to own because I heard the quality was very nice. Assignment Terror, Dracula, Jacked Frankenstein, and it's all in German, but it's got English subtitles. And everything on the back of the case is written in German, so it's listed as that coming from Studio Canal, and it's anamorphic widescreen 2.35. And even though there's no real extras other than a trailer for another movie that's out on some German DVD, trailer for a movie called Captain Berlin versus Dracula, or I think it's Captain Berlin versus Hitler or something, and it's in English. So I thought that was pretty weird, getting an English language trailer for a German movie on a German DVD, besides just getting English subtitles. And then, shout out to Todd E. Walnuts. You had mentioned the BCI DVDs and your Paul Naschy Blu-ray video, so I have to show off mine. Here's a double feature: Human Beasts and the Blue Eyes of the Broken Doll. And as you can see, there's a nice little booklet. So, Todd, if you own this, hang on to it. Do not sell it to anybody. Do not give it away to anybody. Hold on to it, because this is one collectible you want to keep. A Human Beast, Blue Eyes, the Broken Doll. And as you can see, DVD cover art for both of them. This Human Beast one, I watched the trailer for it, and after watching the trailer, I just watched the Paul Naschy subtitled intro to it, and I couldn't get into it anymore because the movie just does not sound like that nice of a movie. So it's about pigs eating people, and that just did not go well with me. And so maybe someday I'll watch it, but I don't think, for now, I can't get myself to watch it. Yeah, and Human Beast is anamorphic widescreen 1.85 verse 1, while Blue Eyes the Broken Doll is full frame. But there's audio tracks in Castilian with English subtitles for Human Beast, and then there's dubbed English audio for Blue Eyes the Broken Doll. It looks like there's audio commentary for at least one of the films. Then there's the intro by Paul Naschy. In US trailer for Blue Eyes the Broken Doll, Spanish credit sequence Blue Eyes of Broken Doll, Spanish theatrical trailer Human Beast, extensive still gallery of photos from the film and posters and other advertising material from around the world, liner notes by author Myrick Limpinski, www.naschy.com, with rare photos and stills. The Vampire, a short film directed by Alejandro Ballesteros and Antonio Corrado, starring Paul Naschy, of Human Beast, and I've watched that one. And then, as you can see, this is one I bought at Best Buy. It was $17.99 when I bought it, but that was like 5 or 6 years ago. But only one of these has Paul Naschy in it. Let me tear this sticker off. Dang it. Yeah, I just always have to cut my nails short. Try and keep them clean, because I get dirty fingernails easily. Now we've got Armando de Asario's The Lorelei's Grasp, starring Tony Kendall and Helga Line. And then take that other label off, and then we've got Paul Naschy and Horror Rises from the Tomb. These are both anamorphic widescreen 1.85 by 1, not rated. The Lorelei's Grasp is 85 minutes. It's a non-Paul Naschy Spanish horror film, and then Horror Rises from the Tomb has both Paul Naschy and Helga Line and Emma Cohen in it. It's 89 minutes, and then there's two audio tracks in Castilian with English subtitles and English dub track. Introduction by star Paul Naschy, Horror Rises from the Tomb. Audio commentary with Paul Naschy and director Carlos Ared, moderated by Angel Gomez Rivero, Horror Rises from the Tomb. Alternate clothed scenes used for the original Spanish theatrical release, and additional footage, and I think that same alternate clothed footage was used for the version of Horror Rises from the Tomb in this 50-pack as well, because the version in here has clothed scenes from the US TV cut. And then there's the US theatrical trailer, I thought that Horror Rises from the Tomb went straight to TV in the censored cut. So maybe that US theatrical trailer is for The Loreley's Grasp, which got released here, and now the screaming starts. And then there's Spanish credit sequence, still gallery, photos from the film and posters from other advertising material from around the world, liner notes by author Myra Klimpinsky, www.naschy.com, with rare photos and stills. And yeah, this one I've had sitting on a shelf for years upon years, so I need to watch this one. And then I also have Curse of the Devil, starring Paul Naschy, paired with Werewolf Shadow, starring Paul Naschy. And I've watched both of these discs, and there's not that many extras. You get both of these films in anamorphic widescreen, and they're both uncut, and they're in Castilian with English subtitles, plus the English dub tracks. As a bonus feature, you get the US cut of Werewolf vs. Vampire Woman, but it's pretty much a censored cut, and it's just from what I heard, they just took an alternate print of Werewolf Shadow and just edited in the English language credits from Werewolf vs. Vampire Woman. There's a little bit of a bare breast shot left in, so that's most likely from just an alternate print of Werewolf Shadow. And there's no trailers, just a rare still gallery and liner notes by author Myra Klimpinsky with the rare photos and stills. And Todd E. Walnuts, if you own these, keep them, because these are very nice DVD sets. And these liner notes are hella cool. So that is it for my Paul Naschy DVD and Blu-ray collection. So thank you all for watching. I'm Tim, and I'll be back again soon with another DVD and Blu-ray update. So, thanks for watching.